Hello everyone, welcome back to Mono Chess channel. Today we're gonna play a rapid chess speedrun. Today's episode 7. We have already climbed to 1,000, so let's keep going. Okay, we got a white side, so let's play d4, d6. We can play e4, transpose to the e4 d4 system. We can also play more like c4, turn to the King's Indian setup. Okay, bishop d7. The opponent didn't control center, so let's play e4. Knight f6. Attack this pawn. We can develop. No need to rush the move e5. Let's just develop. Okay. e6. Let's play knight f3. f6. So I want to put my bishop to this diagonal. Maybe next move will be castle, rook e1, and try to push a pawn. Knight c6. Okay. If we push a pawn, the trade, knight cannot go here. Knight cannot go here. So he has to play a move like knight g8, I guess, or knight h7. Let's play, or we can just castle. Yeah, let's prepare our attack. If we play knight b4, of course, we want to keep our bishop alive. So let's play bishop b1. And the next move will be a3, and then we can put our bishop back to d3. It looks like the bishop is in an awkward square, but uh, we can kill the knight out, and then play uh, bishop d3. So let's move. There's nothing. We can start with some a3. What's the idea? I don't get it. Or knight here. Okay, let's start with the move h3. If we go back, we can push a pawn. Oh, he want to control. No, it doesn't work. This square is controlled. So let's play, or we can consider the move d5. If we play actually here d5, the e-file will be open. So let's play a3. Okay, push, take, go back. I want the e-file open, so maybe we can consider the move d5. But he will play knight e5, I guess. After we trade, uh, we can play f4. Okay, if we take, we just take. Open our e-file. Here, we can trade. And then play the move like, I don't want to trade because it will read my structure. We can consider move like f4. So yeah, let's play f4. But we have to this diagonal will be weak, so maybe in some cases we have to play king h1. If we take back with a bishop here. Okay. And then maybe we can play b4 and bishop b4 and bishop b2 to pull our bishop in a very, very strong diagonal. Or we can just play bishop take f4. It's good enough. If we go here, we can, okay, take. So, of course, we can take this pawn, or we take here. Take the pawn, play knight takes e4 after trade. Centers open, take. Oh, we should take, hitting this pawn. If I just take here, after move like, okay. We keep this tension, we may take on e5 next move if we does nothing. If we take, obviously can develop bishop. And the e-file now is open. So the best move here may be, if we take, we can give it a check. And then we'll play the move like queen e to prevent black from castle kingside. Castle, so just a free pawn, isn't it? Now two bishops aiming for black king, so and maybe next move will be queen h5 because now knight cannot control this square. What? What's that? Just a blunder, can just take. If we take, what's the idea? Okay, just take. Our king is really safe because we control the center. Here, attack this pawn. So we can play. We can play bishop f4 to guard this pawn. Play queen here. Maybe queen h5 will be better. I want to stop black queen infiltrating to join the attack. Yeah, control the h4. So no queen h4 stuff. Oh, they just a free pawn, a free knight. Did I miss something? Nope, just free. Go here. Of course, we don't hand our pawn. So let's play. We can play bishop f5. Guard this pawn. Yeah, there's no. Oops, wrong bishop. f5. Go here. Go back. You push the pawn. We can play. We can play bishop g4, g5 to trap the queen. So let's play. Let's go here. If we play rook e8, we can force a queen trade. Oh, okay. GG. Okay, my opponent doesn't resign. So let's go here. We can stack up pieces because we are up 2 pieces. So we just open all the basket and connect our rook. So we can play bishop take and go here. No. Okay, is there any mates? Maybe not, so let's just play. So be careful about h5 because our king and our queen is on the same diagonal. Same file, yeah, on the h file. So force a queen trade, sorry, rook chase, and then queen e6 is checkmate. Yeah, we can go here, so maybe go here, check. Then maybe here. Take g4, b4, go here and checkmate. Okay, GG. Let's take a look at this game. Okay, let's start our analysis. D4, uh, uh, D6, this move did not control center, so the normally for Y is can play E4, and maybe he want to like a King C Indian setup, but normally King C didn't start with move D4, F knight F6, C4, and then you will play a move like G6 after knight D3, starting to play the move E4 and bishop to G7, E4, and Dixie try to stop white from expand on the center after castle after knight F3 castle for bishop go here and castle knight F6. So the king's Indian go like this. So the blind side want to close the center. So after the center is closed, you can play the move like knight h3 or knight h5 or knight e8 and then play f5 to attack on the king side. And this is not a move order, so he can still play knight f3 after here, Fian Cattle the bishop and transport into a king's Indian defense. But my opponent didn't do that. Just default normally did not control center, so we take the center. And he played very passive move. Maybe he just want to play a random move and get advantage on time. So we develop a bishop. We want the bishop on this diagonal is really strong. The castle go here. So if you don't want in chess there's a advantage called bishop pair. So normally bishop is 3 point, knight is 3 point, but two bishops in some case deserve like 6.5 or even 7 points. So of course we want to keep our bishop alive, and also we got more center, we got a space advantage, so we don't want to trade pieces. So a very normal idea to meet with a knight b5 to attack your light square bishop is to play bishop e1. It looks like you waste a tempo, but let's say by playing them like bishop e7, you can play a3 and then put your bishop back. So white that has already wasted tempo, so it looks weird the bishop on d1, but after we kick the knight out, we can play bishop back to d3. So it's a very normal idea. Okay, go here. So it did not control center. The piece is still at home. So this knight cannot do anything. Just play h3 to kick the knight back. Kick the knight back. So we got a fully development. We got a center. So I'm considering about to open up position. So to move and consider now, the first one is to play e5. So because the knight is there's really no good square for knight to jump. So after let's say a trade, maybe you can just go back to the g8. So it's very good for white. So maybe we can explain on the queen side, then castle bishop, and then maybe play queen e2 and rook d1 to attack our opponent. But I want the e file to be open, so I decided to play the moonlight d5. But we don't have the so you are in chess, you always watch the pawn move. So originally this pawn control e5 square after you push. This square is no longer defended, so he can play moonlight knight e5. You have to consider that. If my opponent just trade the pawns, I'm happy with the open e file. So after you trade, draw a knight to e5, we can take and then play the move like rook e1. If we try to defense, we can even play f4. With sense to this pin, we can smash the center immediately. So that's the idea. If we just go knight e5, we can just trade. So now we can see although the center is curved temporary, but we can open our center by playing f4. So just be careful of this diagonal. So in some case, even though black doesn't play like bishop d5, in some case you can play the quiet move uh, like queen h1. So dodge any tactics from this diagonal. But he play bishop d5, so bishop c5. So we just dodge our king. So if we take, obviously you can take back. So our rook is really active, and then we can play the move like queen f3 and then queen g3 to put pressure on the king side. It looks really scary for black. So after trade, after obviously we can tell this pawn, but after trade, yeah, it's still good for white, but I want to control the center more, so we can play this move. If we trade, I'm happy with the connected pawn, and we still have the advantage after like castle. We can play the move like uh, queen d3 to create this battery. Let's say black just play a random like default his rook. Here we can start our attack by playing sacrifice bishop h3, bishop h6. If we trade, we can sacrifice our rook and then start our attack. Maybe it's not that efficiency here, so effective here, so you have to calculate this line. But you can see we can sacrifice on f6 to remove the defender of the h7 square. So here's some idea. So opponent just castle, he should that is maybe he's worried about the move like rook e1 check and then queen e2 to prevent black from castle. Yeah, it's a good move, good idea. So maybe it's better not to take this pawn, but after castle we just hung up and more control on the center. And also this knight cannot go to cannot staying on the f3 square. It's a really good defender of a last king. So after let's say he have to play Mulai here, we can create our battery. So only move for black here, maybe just play g6, and now we can take h6 pawn and attack the rook, and we crush through the h file and this diagonal. And now opponent want to sacrifice. It looks your white king is very, very scary, but you can see black did not control center. Although his pieces looks like very, very active, but actually just one bishop aiming for our king, and all of our pieces it can join the defense very, very quickly. So don't worry. So after here, I want to attack his pawn. You can play the moonlight bishop f4, but I'm worried about queen h4 to attack the queen, attack this pawn. Although can easily defend by playing the moonlight queen g4. Yeah, doesn't matter. But I want to just bring our queen to the attack and protect this square very quickly. So and simultaneously defend this pawn. So it's just a blunder. So after queen h4, we just defend this pawn. If we want to remove a defender like this, we can just play here. If we try to play moonlight h5, we have already up 2 pawns, so we can consider of like sacrifice or just play the moonlight bishop g5 to trap the queen. So this kind of sacrifice doesn't work because he did not control center. The piece is not active enough. So after take, we have already up 2 pieces and queen. So the rest of the game will be easy. So just forces some rook chase and try to checkmate. That's it. So in this level, the players tend to play more like bishop take h3, this kind of sacrifice. But if you did not prepare your pieces in, it's not active enough, you did not control center, this sacrifice will be less effective. So maybe next time I will show some games and show some case that where's the right moment to sacrifice the pieces. Maybe I will share my game. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like my video, comment below and subscribe. See you in next video. Bye bye.